All right, Shyrome, welcome to the Lessons of a Lashpreneur show. Sometimes I have a hard time saying that. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Okay, so give the listeners a little bit of an idea of who you are and where you're located.
My name is Shyrom. I'm located in Paris, California, and now I'm located in Riverside, California, and I'm a lash artist. I've been doing lashes for about I think 4 years now, and yeah,
Yeah. Did you know
yeah.
I used to live in Temecula?
No,
Yes.
really?
Yeah. So I just moved to Nashville in October of 2020 from Temecula. I'm originally from San Diego, from
I
Poway.
know you're from California, but
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Temecula that close.
Yeah. Yeah. Wine country, you know.
Yeah.
Feel great during the pandemic. All right. So I've already shared in the intro just kind of what you wrote in the application to address. What would you say is like the biggest pain point you're facing in your business right now?
Um, I feel like it's the sometimes I can't like find time for myself, or I can't balance the time to like market myself and even think of ways to market myself and sit down and figure, strategize and figure things out because of, I have young children. I have a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old. So it's been kind of like hard because
A
it's
little bit.
yeah, it's been very hard. Like very hard.
Yeah. I mean, I, I can relate because for me, I built the Lashpreneur during what I call nap times and night times.
Uh-huh.
When the kids are awake, you trying to get anything done in any sort of efficient time frame just is not going to happen. So tell me the difference between, is there a difference between you finding time for yourself and you marketing yourself? Or
Um,
were you meaning the same thing?
uh, I think it could be both because sometimes I do struggle with like, making time for myself
Mhm.
because I'm that mom that wants to make sure that my kids are like good, like, they're okay completely. So it's it's kind of hard balancing it. I think it's going to get better over time, but as far as right now, it's, hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. And I can totally relate with that. It's women are like spaghetti, right? So between personal and professional, it's all blended together. Men are like waffles. They can compartmentalize, right? Like when stuff's going on at home, like they can escape with work and be completely like separate the emotion. Women, when stuff is going wrong at home, it bleeds into work and vice versa. And so, especially with where you're at with having such young kids and then also a business you're trying to grow, it's essentially a third kid, right?
Yes.
Like it's another responsibility that's on your plate that we also don't have time for us as Shyrome, like as an individual, as a woman, as your own person, as opposed to all these other titles of CEO and mom that you have. And
Yeah.
so the reason why I wanted the distinction is to know, is it struggling with both, or is like, no, I can find time for myself, but it's just the marketing I need help with. So I see it, and what I'm hearing from you is that it's basically finding time to be productive in any given moment on whatever needs to be worked with, whether it's being productive because I'm resting and I'm taking care of myself and I'm binge watching some shows because I need some downtime and think about other things besides mom and work. And then also when I am having marketing, how can I be efficient with my marketing because I have such limited amount of time to be able to do that, much less taking clients and admin and responding to messages and all that stuff. Is that what
Yeah.
I'm hearing?
Mhm.
Okay. So it really sounds more like a time management conversation might be beneficial for you. Okay, great. So let's look at, what would you say, it could be personal or it could be business related. What takes up the most amount of your time?
Um, Cleaning.
Cleaning.
Wake
Ooh,
up. Cleaning.
yeah.
I'm
My
like, I
ministry,
see a
my
mess.
gift is not cleaning toilets. So you will not find me doing that.
I actually
Okay.
like cleaning restrooms. Yeah.
Yep.
Cleaning my restroom. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So cleaning takes up a lot of time. It is also not a revenue producing activity, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what I want to have a conversation with you about is your CEO hourly rate. Now, because your business is still kind of growing, we may not be at the full rate we want to be, but let's just do this exercise real quick. What is your annual goal in sales for this year? Like, what would be a really killer, awesome number you could do this year in sales?
Um, I want to say 100K
Done. Don't overthink it. It's not like,
or more.
we're just throwing out dreams here. We don't have to get realistic. Okay, so
Okay.
$100,000. Okay. And how much time would you like to have off during the year? Either weekly, or how many weeks do you want to take off? Like, what's a really cool, my dream business, I'd be making 6 figures and I would have this much time off.
I want to say like at least 4 weeks.
Okay, 4 weeks off. And then how many days a week is like the dream number of days a week that you work?
It would be probably like 4 or 5 days a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll stick to 4.
Okay, 4.
Why not?
Yes.
I think 5 would be great, but you'll kind of see how this this formula is going to work. So if we look at, so there's 52 weeks in a year, you want to take 4 of those weeks off throughout the year. So we're looking at 48 total weeks that you're working. And in those 48 weeks, you're going to work 4 days a week. So 48 times 4, you have 192 days of work in a year. Okay. And then what's your max amount of hours you'd want to work in a day, so that you're still home for bath times or there in the mornings?
I would want to work 9 to 5.
9 to 5. Okay, so call it 8 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we do 192 days times 8 hours a day, we're looking at a total annual amount of hours worked in a year of 1,536. Okay. Believe me on that. I've got a calculator in front of me. So if I take your annual sales goal and I divide it by the 1,536, your CEO hourly rate, what you are basically paying yourself to do, and this is just an example, it's not literal, is about $65 an hour.
Okay.
So the reason why this exercise is really helpful and clarifying is, would you pay somebody else $65 an hour to do cleaning?
Yes.
You sure?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Are they using flakes of gold to clean? Because I know you're in California and I know they're pricey, but I also know that you can get them for about $20 an hour. Is that
Really?
also fair?
Yes, that's true. That is true.
Uh-huh.
That is
Even
true.
25, even $30 an hour.
Okay.
It is better spent for you to outsource that so that you can take a paying client instead of spending time cleaning, or you spend time with your family. We have to look at, you as the CEO have a limited amount of time and resources, right? And so where is your time and resources best spent? The best thing I ever did, especially when my kids were really, really young, is I hired somebody in, and granted, minimum wages have gone up in California especially, but I hired somebody for $12 an hour to come in and do my laundry. It was like, she was there for maybe 4 or 5 hours. It was like $75 a week for somebody to come in and do my laundry. It was a game changer for me to recognize I could get my time back. And yes, it does cost you to do that, but it's already costing you for you to do those things.
Right.
And when you are the sole business owner, you're the only one who can do the things in your business at the time. And as a mom, you're the only one who can do that for your kids. We've got to get support in there so that we are efficient with our time to be able to scale and grow our business. Because if we have to look at, like, what is $65 an hour worth in your business, learning how to market your business and market your business so you can get new clients in the door, I'd pay $50, maybe even $60 an hour for somebody to do that. I'd probably pay less because I'm a little cheap, but it's much more worthwhile than you paying yourself $65 an hour to clean toilets and bathrooms and whatnot.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if we're looking at the thing that is consuming the most amount of time and taking away from the revenue generating activities in your business, that is one opportunity you have to get support in that.
Okay.
So on average in a week, how long would you say you spend cleaning in any given week? You just ballpark it.
I don't know, because it's with a lot of procrastination too. So okay, we can just say at least like 15
hours a week. Okay.
Yeah.
So 15.
Probably more, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of time. So basically every week you are costing your business again, loosely, because we're looking at what the potential goal is, $975 a week for you to clean for the 15 hours at $65 an hour.
Mhm.
Even if you cut that in half and you didn't hire somebody to come in to do all that stuff, or maybe they could be faster, better at it and
Yeah.
do the same result for less time. So let's say we find somebody for $20 an hour at even 7 hours a week, which honestly, it depends on how big your place is. Like my housekeeper comes once a week. She comes for about 6 hours.
Okay.
That's $140 that you would pay a week. But now you've freed up 7 hours for you to take clients that you would otherwise spend cleaning,
Okay.
or you spending time marketing your business to get new clients in the door that directly leads to sales, or you having 3 hours to market and 2 hours to spend with your kids and 1 hour to take clients, or whatever mix, right? And so if we look at, we only have so many, like our time is a limited resource. How can we start to play with the numbers to get us more time back and also spend more time on doing the revenue generating activities that only you can do? You are
Mhm.
not the only person who can clean.
Yeah.
Correct? I mean, you
Correct.
may have high standards and you may think that, but really, if wanting to have more time and more money is the game that we're playing here, then your time is the biggest asset you have.
Mhm.
So what comes up for you as we kind of walked through that exercise?
Um, I think that would help because I even looked into getting someone to at least, clean. Uh, not it doesn't even have to be once a week. It can be once a
Right.
month, you know.
Yeah.
And even if it's because I know some people struggle with like decluttering their home too.
Mhm.
So I would even have someone to help me do that, or
And
so
what would that do for your peace of mind if your house was less cluttered, that was cleaned, that was sanitized? I mean, what, for your peace of mind, how would that affect you?
I will be just I will be able to relax. My
Mm,
mind won't be all over the place, looking over here, looking over there, and just, I
yeah.
don't, yeah.
So
And I feel
that also has value to it. We can't put a dollar amount on that because that's priceless, but
yes,
that has an impact too. I oftentimes will tell my family, I'm like, look, you can tell the state of where my head's at by my environment. If
yeah.
it's cluttered and chaotic, that's what's going on in my head.
Hmm.
And even though we get kind of used to the clutter that's on surfaces and whatnot, our subconscious is still recognizing that that's there, and it's still making note of it. So it's spending energy to make note of, like, oh, someday I got to go through those papers, or oh, somebody should clean that up. It's probably going to be me because nobody else is helping me, kind of a thing.
Hmm.
Right. And once you kind of get that out, you can feel more clear in how you, and like you said, even relax and rest, which is
Yeah.
part of the work of being an entrepreneur, and especially as a mom,
Hmm.
because then you will have more capacity to troubleshoot and to learn and to grow and evolve because you're well rested.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, when we're in survival mode, we can't create from that place. We're surviving. Our brain doesn't know how to create and problem solve. It's only trying to keep you alive. So when we can get our nervous system to calm down and we can feel relaxed, then we
Yes.
have more capacity for creativity and thinking outside the box to learn and grow our business, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Awesome. Okay. So first goal is getting a housekeeper. And I love how you said that it doesn't even have to be weekly. And I think sometimes, especially, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like sometimes I struggled to give myself permission to do the things that I have my own expectation I should be doing.
Yeah.
Right. Like some societal standard that as like a mom, I should be able to pick up after my kids. And I don't know that that belief serves me very well. So what I can kind of do to hack my brain in that is to be like, well, for a season, when I'm in a busier season, maybe I just need a little bit of extra support right now.
Hmm.
I don't have to put timelines on it, but it doesn't have to be weekly. Maybe we just start with once a month. What would that do? And as we start to experience the benefits that come from getting support, getting help, because that's what it is, we start to see the benefits of that. And then we might be able to see how we could increase that to maybe twice a month, because wow, look at how much more relaxed I am. That's able to help me. I can learn marketing now because I'm more relaxed. Or now I have freed up time that while she's hanging out cleaning, I'm going to go through this training and learn how to do marketing. Right.
Hmm.
Yeah. And so, like, even when it comes to getting help with the kids, that also helps too, even if somebody is coming in while you're there. like a mother's assistant or mother's helper, sometimes they're called. It's like somebody just to keep your kids safe, entertain, hang out with them. You're still there. You're just not the one who has to answer to their every need. Even somebody to help prep dinner can be 45 minutes that you could save. And that way your kids are getting a great healthy meal because it was fresh, homemade. You don't have to order DoorDash. You don't have to do fast food, all this stuff. But you're able to do work during that time while somebody else is doing something that you would traditionally or typically be doing.
Mhm.
So it's just if you can take the meaning out of, you know, what it might cost or having somebody else do those things and just look at it almost as like a chess game, and I only have so many moves to make. I only have so much time. What pieces can I be playing right now in order to get to win the game, which the
Mhm.
end result is you having a business that you're satisfied with and a lifestyle that you love.